Hello, 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 and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and where you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea. Per, not drinking anything today because not thirsty, but I do have my cup mug. And it is just me. So that makes this a panel full of cup mugs, panel full of cup mugs. Pew, 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 pew. Love Island edition. Yes, 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 God. And we are here talking Love Island episode 9 and 10. Like I told you, I'll be right back. Um, I'm here to just jump right into it because y'all know the things, but you know the drill. Y'all need to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel. Let me know that you're watching and you're paying, you're into this. I appreciate you. I appreciate the comments. Please leave comments. Let me know what you think. If my thoughts are completely off base or if you agree with what I'm saying, let me know. Um, yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow, the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. We're gonna be pumping out Love Island videos two at a time, two at a time, two episodes at a time. We're getting them out there. Um, I appreciate you watching. Follow us on all of our other channels. We have 3 other channels if you are interested in drag or drag race, Eurovision Song Contest, or WWE Wrestling. We have those channels also available for you to check out and subscribe to. Those links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links if you need to check us out on the go. And our Patreon is down there as well to get exclusive content and across all 4 channels and early access to some things across all 4 channels. So thank you so much for checking me out. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit the subscribe button. Also, you can get your cup merch. Lana G's Creations at Etsy.com. Get that. We do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses unless your postal service is moving a little bit slow. Then that's sort of excuse. But a delay is not a deny. So you get your cup merch and it'll come. It might come slow, but it will come. Per. Let's get into it, y'all. Love Island, episode 9, episode 10. Y'all know how I like to do it. I like to slide myself right on out the way because I don't like to be up here all by myself. So I'm going to slide out the way. I'm going to bring these beautiful people up here with me. And we'll talk about where we left off, who was with whom. The couples where we left off were Ekansu and Curtis, Catherine and Nas, Elma and Ronnie, Olivia and Marcel, Gabby and Casey, Tina and Scott, Grace and Luca, and Cass and Ron. So those are who were there when that's what we left off with. And we had you know, everybody was happy. Everybody was happy. So let's talk about the fall, not the fallout, but after the recoupling happened, um after the recoupling happened, so everybody is actually, going together after the recoupling happened and just off into their couples. It was just normal things. Luca goes off with Grace, and he's just telling her how he's happy that she is here. He's been waiting for her to walk into this villa. He's made it known to like everybody that he has not really connected with any of the girls who were there already. And so he felt like Grace was the connection that he was looking for. And so he was excited that she picked him. She was just telling him she picked him because they had the best conversations. She felt comfortable with him. He brings out this side of her that, she doesn't usually show. It's more silly and, fun. And so he was like, yeah, that's who I am. They hit off. They were sweet together. They were very sweet together, I will say. And so of course they had their first kiss. It was cute. It was cute. It was cute. Luca has been struggling a little bit in the villa since he got there, not having those connections, and trying to figure out things. He for a minute questioned if he even should be there, but Grace was his saving grace. Ooh, cute. She came in and they had that connection, so he's very happy right now. Um, Ron and Cass has gone off to talk, and she's like, I'm just. They both were just saying they were happy, and I was like, okay, cool. They're happy. They're gonna get to know each other. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be great. Great. Um, like I said, I think Casey and Gabby have sorted their things out. Casey mentions to Gabby that um, Ronnie had mentioned how he thought Taylor, that's not her name, Tina was fit when she came into the villa. He was like, oh, she's fit. And literally that's all he said, that he was fit, that she was fit. And so Gabby is like, oh, he thinks she's fit. Now, okay, this might be a language barrier thing, a slang barrier thing for me, because when somebody says somebody is fit, I think they meant, oh, she looks really good, or he looks really good, she's hot, he's hot, like that type deal. If I'm wrong, tell me. Because if I know for me, I've been in relationships with a guy and saw another guy who I found was attractive. I'm like, oh, he hot. But not in the point where I'm like, I'm trying to hook up with him right now. Just like, ooh, that's an attractive man right there. My eyes ain't dead. Like I can see, just because I'm in a relationship don't mean I'm blind to the fact that somebody else might be attractive. And I think that's the whole thing in this, even in this situation of Love Island, you have to looking at people, they're attractive. And I took it for she was like, oh, he's hot. He was like, oh yeah, she's fine. She said, but not he want to go jump her bones. You just acknowledging that she's good looking. If I'm wrong, tell me. If this fit means something completely different, like she's fit, like I want to jump her, like I want to have sex with her. Is that what fit means over there? I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments below, because I am confused. Because I'm like, he can't call another woman attractive. She is attractive. All the women in that house is attractive. Everybody's attractive in the villa. He can't say that. Like he's only supposed to say that about you. But maybe it's fit. Maybe the fit is different for me than what I thought it was. So y'all tell me if I'm wrong. But so Gabby, of course, runs and tells Elma that Ronnie said that Tina was fit. And she's like, see, I can't with him. Just what he tells me, because like Ronnie pulled Elma aside to reassure her that he's looking at her, his feelings for her has not changed. He wants to still continue to get to know her despite everything that happened, the kiss with Cass. He, he's really interested in her. And so she's like, oh, see, that's what I like. And da da da. She likes that. She just talks too much for me. Like, I think she over talks. No, honestly, that's why she probably single, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I ain't no therapist. I'm not a love doctor, nothing like that. But she just yaps over people. And like he was trying to tell her that he was reassuring that he was definitely into her. But she's just like, I mean, but that's what it's just not, I don't know. I just feel like you just say that like, girl, she has some inner things she needs to work out and unpack in her life. So I feel like maybe she don't need to be in a relationship with nobody until she unpacks those things that's going on with her, because she can't take the compliment, she can't take the reassurance. She was always questioning, always like it's some trust issues that you got going on, and I don't know if it's his fault or your fault or whoever's fault. It's just some things that she needs to work out. Go talk to somebody, girl. Unpack these things, and then be one with yourself. Love yourself before you're able to love anybody else. You know what I mean? But that's just my little 2 cents. I could be wrong. You might not agree with me. It's okay. But she was just over talking to him. He was talking to her, but she listened eventually. He was like, I just want to let you know that I am into you. I want to pursue this thing with you. Let's work this out. And so she's okay. until Gabby goes and tells her that Casey said that Ronnie said Tina was fit. And all of a sudden, see, I knew it. I knew it. I see he been following her around like a puppy dog today. And I'm like, what? 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 What show are we watching? Because I never saw Tina and Ronnie in the same area all day. And if he was following her around like a puppy dog, he would be close by her and we would see that. No, we didn't see that. We didn't see that. I didn't see that. But she just was like, he said she's fit, and I think that's like so disrespectful. Why would he say that? Da da da. Oh, it just turns into just a thing. It just turns into a whole thing unnecessarily, just a whole thing. And so she goes over and tells Ronnie, like, I heard you were saying that you thought Tina was fit. And Ronnie was like, okay, yeah, I said that she was fit. So what? And she was like, that is so muggy. Like, you're muggy. Like, you're so wrong and disrespectful. And he's like, why? Because I just said she was fit. I'm not saying I want to get with her. I just said she was fit. I was just making an observation. I'm like, she was like, but you don't see how dodgy that is? You don't see how that like, you mugging me? Like, I was just like, oh my God. If I was Ronnie, I would run for the hills. Like, run. Run, run, run. This girl is not all the way there. Something is wrong. She's driving me nuts, and I'm not even trying to pursue a relationship with her. But he was just like, it's like he can't do anything right in her eyes. Baby, I have never wanted somebody to be let go so fast. Like, let her go. It just, it was just there. Another couple who was going through some issues in the show, this episode, we saw Olivia talking to we saw Olivia having a conversation not Olivia having the conversation, but Olivia being told about the conversation or had the conversation. Okay, so Marcel was having the conversation with Scott because Scott was like, I know this might not be nothing. I know it's been some conversations that's been going on, in the villa for a day or so. And I know if it was happening to me, I would want to know. And so he was like, but I don't think it's anything. He said, but Olivia and Luca had a conversation, and apparently it was some intense, something happened and some feelings were brought up. And Luca had made mention that if possibly if he wanted to pursue Olivia, she probably would be open to be pursued. And so Marcel's like, oh, that's my first time hearing anything like that. He's like, okay. He's like, it might be nothing. Scott was like, it might be nothing. He's like, I mean, that's fine. We'll talk. We just need to have a little conversation, and that's fine. So Marcel goes and talks to Luca, and he was like, we're boys, right? And she's like, yeah. He's like, so what happened between you and Olivia? And so Luca was like, we really didn't even say anything. It was just this intense eye contact thing that we were having, and it was kind of weird. Like, we left off like we were just looking, and we didn't really know exactly what these feelings were. So we kind of just left it, and then we kind of revisited the next day, and it kind of just was like, she was happy with you, I was happy with, where I was. So it was really nothing. And he was like, okay. He's like, he was like, you don't have nothing to worry about with me. She's happy with you. And Marcel was like, okay. He's like, I just want to be in the loop. He said, I mean, if she's talking to other people, that's fine. If she would have connection with other people, that's fine. I just want to be in the loop of things. And he was like, yeah, that makes sense for sure. Luke was like, yeah, for sure makes sense. And I should have told you earlier. He was like, nah, it's good. Marcel really wanted Olivia to be the one to tell him, and he was like, I wish she would have told me and whatever. But so Marcel and Olivia do have a conversation, and they talk. And she was like, yeah, I probably should have told you. She said, but it was nothing but intense eye contact. We just had these feelings. We didn't know what they were and what they were about. And so I just didn't know what to do. She was like, I didn't know what to say. And it really was nothing. So I'm okay with it not being much of anything. And he was like, that's fine. She's like, I'm really happy with you. Marcel, I'm just happy with you. You're mature. You're the kind of man who I would want to be with. And so they were fine together. They were happy together. Everything was good. He was all good with her. She was all good with him. Simple as that. Done deal. It was good. Everybody was happy. But so they were fine. Let's see, we talked about Ronnie and Alma and their crazy situation. Um Catherine and Nas is still on this trying to figure this out. Like, how do we feel about each other? Nas is like, I'm still slow burning. Catherine is like, yeah, but I need some reassurance. And everybody's like, but what kind of reassurance do you need? Um, no. It's like it's kind of crazy, blah blah blah. It's weird. So they um they figured out, they tried to figure out, they were still in this limbo kind of mood, trying to place of where they were with each other. And it was like, okay, it is what it is. We'll we'll figure it out. We'll figure this out. Bam. Any other couple drama? No, Scott and Tina were still good and happy. The new couples were trying to figure things out. They go to bed. No, and yeah, well, they get ready for the night. They get ready for the night. They don't go to bed. They get ready for the night. And they get ready for the night, and everybody's okay except Ronnie and Alma. Ronnie tries to cuddle with her a little bit, and she rejects him. Like, stay your distance. And I'm just like, child. Ekansu and Curtis had a conversation. She was like, are we moving too fast? And he's like, I think we're moving at the right speed for us. I think we're good. I think everything is good between us. I think we're good. So I'm like, okay, cool. They're good. Everything is good. Everybody's good. Bam. So they get ready for the night, and Olivia is in the dressing room getting ready, and she's talking about how her and Marcel had a little hiccup, but everything is fine now. They had the hiccup about, Luca. And so Grace is in there, and she's like, what about Luca? What do you hear? She's like, we just had this intense eye thing, but we're fine because I'm happy with Marcel. He's happy in his couple. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. We're good. And so Cass had made mention, and so Grace was like, after Olivia left, Grace was like, should I be worried about Olivia and Luca? And Cass was like, I mean, I always thought it was something going on between them, but that's just me. I just personally thought they had something, some kind of connection, something between them. I felt that way. And so it was like, oh, okay. And so Grace, of course, then goes to Luca and tells Luca that, ask him about his relationship with Olivia, if there's something, a spark between them, something that she should be worried about. And he was like, why would you think that? Why would it be, no, we had, she was like, I mean, I heard about this conversation y'all had, and the hiccup between her and Marcel. He was like, yeah, but it was just an intense eye thing. We really didn't talk or say much of anything. And we kind of squashed it. It's, nothing to worry about. He said, and this is what I didn't like about Luca. 100% hated this moment, because I felt like Luca was trying to say she had feelings for him, but he ain't had no feelings for her. When he was the one talking about something, I'm confused. Something about Olivia. I'm just confused. I feel like it's something there. He was the one saying that, but he tells Grace, I feel like it's 100% a no-go on my end, but she might have some feelings for me on her end. But for me, it's nothing. I have no feelings for her. And I was just like, ew. I hate when guys do that. I hate when guys try to make it look like she got feelings for me, but I don't got no feelings for her. When you was the one talking about, I don't know, maybe I jumped the gun. Maybe I let stuff go too soon. Like, ew. Bothered me to my core. Hated it. And so I was just like, ew. And it just bothered me. It just, ew, gross. But Grace was like, okay, go ahead. That's fine. It's all good. No worries, no problems. Let's move. And so he was like, why would you think that it's something? She was like, well, Cass said that she thought that y'all had some kind of connection, some spark. And he's like, Cass? Why would Cass say that? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't have any feelings for her. So then he goes and talks to the guys, and he's like, I mean, Cass is over there trying to stir the pot a little bit. And I'm like, no, she's not. Like, why are y'all trying to make Cass out to be the villain? She is not the villain. Y'all trying it. They are trying it. And I hate it so much because Cass is not the villain. She is literally just saying what she saw when she was in the relationship, in the couple with Luca, that it was always some sort of with Olivia. And he's just like, why would she say that? I'm about to go say something. Should I say something? And of course, Ron like, yeah, you should definitely say something. Casey was like, yeah, go say something. Because these men are messy, messy, messy little, oof, don't know what I want to say. Messy little girls. They're so messy, so messy. But so he goes over, he's like, Cass, why did you say that? And she was like, why did I say what? It's like, that you think me and Olivia have something going on. She said, because I think you do. I think y'all had some connection or something that y'all didn't want to, but neither one of you wanted to explore it. But I think it was something there. It's just my opinion. And as much as y'all know I love me some Catherine, I was like, girl, mind your business, shut your mouth. And this one, she gonna say, Cass, her that she didn't mean nothing like by that. She don't mean nothing. Like her word don't mean nothing. And I'm like, ew, why are we doing this to Cass? Y'all just pushing her off like she crazy. She's some desperate crazy girl who just out here thirsting for all the men and mad and salty because she ain't got no man. And it's just like, that is not the case here. That is not what's going on. And it's so ugly. It's so super ugly for them to do that to her. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it at all. She just, that was bothersome. And so, but Cass was like, don't do that to me. Don't act like my opinion doesn't matter. And Cass was like, no, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean like your opinion doesn't matter or your opinion is valid. I just meant that that's not how everybody sees it. That's not how we all think about it. But, and Cass was like, I'm not saying I'm the end all be all of the opinions. Like, I'm just saying that's what I saw. And Catherine, it's like, Catherine, please stop. And she did eventually. I was like, thank God, because don't piss me off. And I don't want to be mad at Catherine because y'all know I don't like being mad at Catherine. I love Catherine. I root for everybody black. And so I was not trying to be mad at Catherine, but she was pissing me off in that moment. I was like, don't piss me off because Cass ain't do nothing wrong. She ain't do nothing wrong but say what she felt. And it is what it is. So that pissed me off. That irked me. But he was trying to be like, I don't like you saying that. I don't like you saying nothing like that. And I was like, okay, cool. No, that's what's up. It was all good. It was all good in the hood with that. But it was crazy. It was it just pissed me off. It just pissed me off, y'all. I just could not get over it. I don't like when they like how they like playing in Kaz's face like that. Like her opinion doesn't matter. What she's saying is wrong. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. But so after that, everything is cool. Everybody calms down. Everybody's relaxed. It's all good. Um, I was trying to see. Oh, so then we get to everybody go around the fire pit. And everybody's like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, what's happening? What is happening? Everybody's going around the fire pit. And they go around the fire pit and they find out that the public has been voting on the least compatible couples, for the most compatible couples, and the couples who with the least amount of votes for most compatible will be vulnerable to be dumped from the island. And so everybody is nervous now. Everybody's nervous, like, oh, who is going to be least compatible? And so they come started by the uh, first couple who's least compatible is Catherine and Nas. To no one's surprise, because Nas is not trying to be compatible at this point. It feels like um, the second couple was uh, Marcel and Olivia. Kind of surprising, but not for me. Um, and the third couple was Elma and Ronnie. Not surprised at all by these three couples. These were the three couples I would say. And because Luca and Grace and Kaz and Ron are new couples, they were not included in the vote. And so we see that the three couples go and stand in front of the fire pits. And the couple that is dumped from the island is Olivia and Marcel. And I was like, whoa. I did not see that coming. I didn't see it coming for compatibility reasons because I thought they were compatible. They just had a little hiccup, but they were compatible. I honestly thought it was going to be Nas and Catherine at this point. Like, I honestly thought that's who the couple was going to be. And I was like, I'm preparing myself for that. But it was Olivia and Marcel. And I was shocked. And everybody was a little kind of like thrown off by that. They were like, whoa, what do you mean? That doesn't make any sense. Wild, honestly. But they say their goodbyes. They say their goodbyes. They 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 get to say their goodbyes to everyone, and um they say their goodbyes, and everybody's sad because actually Marcel and Olivia actually were doing really well. I think they could have done well in the long run, but in the end, they had to say their goodbyes. And but one good thing about it, Marcel said this show brought gave him some closure in his last relationship with Gabby, and it let him say things that he appreciated that he wasn't able to say when they were together. So he appreciated that, but also he liked that um, him and Olivia got close and was able to hang out, and it was nice. And they were happy that at least they were leaving together. They did their little moment with Maya, the little talk show moment, and was like, it's fine. We're leaving together. We'll see what happens in the future. We enjoyed each other's company inside, and it was nice. So we'll see what happens in the future. And I love that for them. I think they'll be, if they, want to nurture their relationship, I think it could do something. But if not, it is what it is. But I think they had a really good experience. So I love that for them. People are sad. Gabby is like that. She was shocked at, the comfort level that she would have having him in the game with, having him there with her, even though they weren't together anymore. Now that they both said they can move on, see each other at events, and it's not awkward, it's not, tense, anything. They have become a level of friends that they can be like comfortable around each other. And that was lovely. That was lovely to see. Um, we see most everybody's like, wow, that was sad. It was sad. So we move into the next episode where the fallout from that, people are still, like I said, Gabby was talking about the comfort levels, and it also made Catherine and Nas look at come to terms with the fact that what is happening? We are not. Am I missing something? Is the public seeing things that I'm not seeing, or am I just holding on to hope here? And Nas is like, we're trying. Um, and honestly, I'm like, it shouldn't be this hard to try. You should never be this hard to know if you like somebody. It just you just know. Um, and so they were like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel good to have the public vote give us the least amount of votes, and so we're not compatible. Um, but they decided to just sleep on it and figure out what to do. They'll sleep on it. Um, Ronnie and Alma are not happy that they were in the bottom, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand how you don't know this, but he's like Ronnie is just Ronnie. Ronnie is like, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what else to say. People have saw us go through so much. He's like, we've been tested so much, and I just feel like I'm like, yeah, you've been tested, and I think you failed every test. Like every single test you failed. So I think they're the least compatible. I want them to separate as soon as possible, me personally. I don't want them anywhere near each other because it's annoying, it's frustrating, I don't like it. Um, then eh, well, poor Ron. Ron is trying to, get some time with Cass, and she's just like, I don't feel the flutters with you. I don't. He was trying to get a kiss, and she was like, nah, nah. And she's like, I just don't feel those, you know, flutters. And she's, I don't fancy you like that, and it's sad. It's hard because I really want to. I say we have. She's like, we have this cheeky banter, but not flirty banter. It's nothing like makes me sparks or things like that. So it's kind of like, oh well, Cass, another one bites the dust for that one. Um, it's frustrating for Ron because he's like, I really fancy her. I really was digging her, but she's not digging me. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Um, we see what else happens. We see Taylor and Scott. Taylor. Why do I keep calling this girl Taylor? Her name is Tina. Tina and Scott getting closer. They're kissing. They're cuddling. They're doing something. Scott is coming out of his shell more. Everybody's happy. Um, everybody's good in that moment, in that sense. The next, they go to bed. The next day, they wake up, and Catherine is. Everybody's back in one bedroom now since since Marcel and Olivia are gone. So everybody's now back into the bedroom. Um, they wake up and people are like, Catherine, how you feeling? She's, I'm fine. I think she just knew. She just knew. Um, she just knew. And I think he knew. Nas knew, Catherine knew that they were like, we are just not compatible. We can try all we want. It's just not going to work. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. There's nothing we can do to make it work. And so eventually they talk to each other and they tell each other that it's just not. She tells them that it's just not working. She just because Luca even came up to her the night before and was like, "You deserve cuddles. You deserve to be feel in a couple. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have somebody who is fully into you." And he's not doing that for you. And I hate to see that. I hate to see him do that for you because you are like one of the sweetest, coolest people in this villa, and you deserve better. And I was just like, oh, she does deserve better. She does deserve better. Um, and so she tells Nas that she just feel like they should just call it. Like they know this isn't working. And Nas is like, I mean, I don't want us to not talk. He's like, I still want us to talk if, because I feel like we can be really good friends. And she was like, yeah, definitely talk. But we just know it's not going anywhere romantically for us. It's just not it. And he was like, yeah, I guess. Okay. And so she was a little hurt. Like she really wanted him to be like, no, I think we can do this. I think we can work this out. We can try to make this work. And he was just like, no, okay. I get it. I understand. And sometimes it is that way. It's just not. you're just not compatible. And that's okay. It's okay to not be compatible. Everybody is not going to be that. Um, but it's hard watching everybody being coupled up and booed up. Everybody booed up around you, and your man sitting there like, "Hey, nice to see you. Good side hug." It's like nobody want that. So they called it, and everybody was like, "Yeah, we saw it. You saw it coming." And the girls was hyping Catherine up like, "You deserve more. You deserve better." And talk about if you go slow burn, why are you here? And here's the thing: we've seen slow burns work on this show, and then we see slow burns crash and burn on the show. So it's just like you got to find a good balance. Um, and you have to have somebody who's going to be willing to take that journey with you to the end, because it's going to take a long time. But you also have to show them that you're trying as well. Um, but yeah, they go and they break their they break their things apart. I mean, they break up and they decide not to do it. Catherine deserves better is what the girls are telling her. Nas, you're a good guy. What the guy is telling you, you just have to do what you need to do, find what you need to find, and you'll find that person. Yada yada yada. Um, then all of a sudden, we just two new bombshells has entered the villa, but we only see one right away. We only see one right away, and we see Montel is in the building, and apparently Montel was on the same series as Catherine. Him and Catherine had talked. He was interested in her, but he ended up picking somebody else over Catherine because of a whole situation. So maybe he's in there for Catherine. We don't know. I hope so. But Cass is also very interested in a Montel, so it's kind of like, ooh, okay. And she's all straight in love and war, I guess, So what's the best way to introduce Montel to these group of ladies? First, he goes and talks to them for a minute, and it's all good. But before they can get into too much conversation, they get a text, and it's time for a kissing challenge. That's the best way to introduce Montel into the group. Let's have him kiss everybody. Kiss all the ladies. And so Montel and the guys, they all go off to get ready. Everybody brushing their teeth because you got to get all that. You want to be fresh breath for the kissing challenge. Put your lip gloss on, Get your gloss on, and you gotta get ready for the kissing challenge. You gotta gotta be ready. So everybody's getting ready for the kissing challenge. And then you have to go and kiss them, and then the girls would go kiss each guy, and then they would, judge them on the kiss. They would rate them on their kiss, but they're blindfolded and headphones on, so they don't know who is who, or they don't know who is who or who they think is who. And so the kissing challenge starts, and the girls are kissing. Some do really, really well. Some do all right. Some do not so great. Cass, Catherine, they both like, we single. We finna. Well, Cass isn't really single. She's in a couple, but she's like, I've been so single for so long. I'm just like going in. So she went in for all of the kisses, and she went hard. Catherine was like, hey, I'm newly single. I'm going to do it. And she kissed everybody, and folks liked her kiss too. Really liked her kiss. Montel really liked Cass's and Catherine's kiss. Gave them both tens across the board. So I was like, ooh, work. Ekansu also was going in hard only because she saw how hard Curtis was going in for the kisses. Like, he was kissing, he was like, oh, I've kissed this one, darling. That's an 8.5, 8.5, 7.5, 9.5. Like, everybody's was good. He was like, everybody's kiss was good to me, da da da. And he was he was passionate about it. He was grabbing the back of the neck, and he was kissing, and Ekansu was getting pissed and more pissed by the minute, pissed by the minute. So when it was her turn to go kiss, baby, she went all in. She was kissing, she was rubbing down the chest, just taking from the top all the way down to the bottom. She was kissing, and she was going all in. And the kisses, the rates were high. It was like 9, 10, like she was going all in, and she was doing extra. And so all that was good. And then we had Harriet walk into the villa and go and decide to do her round of kisses. And she kissed him. I was like, what was that? Who the heck is that? Oh, I don't know who that is. Until she got to Ronnie and kissed him. And Ronnie was like, I know exactly who that is. And he was like, that's Harriet. And he gave that 10 a kiss. He gave that kiss a 10. And the only other 10 he gave was to Alma. He knew her kiss. And he knew. And Alma knew he knew. Alma saw he knew. And he reacted with, that's a 10. Because he liked that kiss. He's used to that kiss. He's been kissed by that kiss for, he knows that kiss. And so he was very happy about being able to kiss her. Takes the blindfold off. He was right. It was Harriet. And man, Alma fuming. She's like, okay, how do I compete with somebody who already has history? How do I compete with this? And I was like, you can't. You can't compete where you can't compare. Honestly, I don't know the history between Harriet and Ronnie, but I hope you get back with her. And this is just watching this one episode. I hope he get back with her and leave her, because I don't like this Alma chick. She does not. Nope. It might sound bad. It is what it is. I just don't. I want him to. I hope he picks her and she goes. I do. I hope. But they after the challenge is over, and we're off talking. I'm trying to see if I'm missing a conversation that was worth noting. Oh, but people were asking Ronnie if he knew who that was Harriet. He was like, yeah, I knew. And he was like, you gave her a 10. He was like, I mean, it is what it is. And the girls was like, how could he do that? That is so rude that he would give her a 10. He knew who she was. And da-da-da. I'm like, man, y'all stop playing. Okay, it is what it is. But Curtis is now questioning Ekansu at this point. He's just like, I want to know what kind of kisses, because y'all all rated her high. What was she doing? What was the kiss like? And all the guys was like, man, she was going in, touching and rubbing. And he was like, see, I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, why would you do all that? Like, kiss in the kissing challenge, absolutely. That's what you're supposed to do, kiss. But it's the touching that's a problem for me. Like, why are you doing all that touching? And I think Scott was like, see, this is why you need to set boundaries before, like, let you know what it is. Like, I don't mind you kissing challenges. That's what it's for. Or doing the things that's for the challenge. But don't go too far. Don't go extra. Like, why are we kissing and then rubbing and touching? Like, why are we doing all that? It's like, you just got to set your boundaries. And they didn't do that. And both of them are now pissed off at each other. Mad at each other for Curtis being so passionate about kissing and Ekansu doing all that touching. So they left us on a cliffy of them mad. Like, even Curtis went over to Ekansu, was like, Ekansu, darling, can we talk? Could I fancy you for a chat? And she was like, no. He was like, no. And she was like, no. I'm busy. And she was like, oh. Well, she was like, give me 5 minutes. And he was like, you serious? And she was like, yeah, give me 5 minutes. And he was like, oh, should I just wait for you to come pull me in 5 minutes? She's like, no, you can pull me in 5 minutes. I was like, oh, she playing that card. Like, oh, no, I'm busy. You come find me back in 5 minutes. Power moves. But I think it's a little too, you playing against I don't know. Curtis ain't that type. Curtis ain't that dude to me. I don't think he that one to be like, oh, okay. I think he'll be like, yeah, okay, you can play that game. So when you come back and promise, oh no, I don't want to chat anymore. I was good. Like I can see him doing that. I would laugh. I'm like, I thought you were gonna put me in 5 minutes. I didn't feel like doing it anymore. I was busy. I was busy. But we'll see what happens because we don't know. But we also see Harriet and Ronnie go off to chat. And they finally go off to chat for their first conversation since she got back in the villa. And Elma is like nervous. They go right above the terrace and they can hear the conversation, so they're listening. They're all the girls are down there listening to what he gonna say, what he gonna say, what he gonna say, and they listen, and he is like being very honest and open and vulnerable about his feelings for her and how he always like cared for her, wanted her, there for her, and baby, when I tell you, he said this line and Elma's face almost cracked. He said, I mean, it's always been you. Baby, she was almost done. Like, she could have died right there. Like, no. And I'm like, in my mind, me personally, I was like, yes, I hope it works. But we don't know if Harriet came back for him. She might not even want him back. And that's fine too. And I will be okay with that because he was an ex for a reason. And so she might not even want him. I just want Elma away. I just want her to go. So whatever happens, I just feel like I hope uh Harriet or is there is some distance between them two or she goes because baby she's driving me crazy. She's driving me crazy. But that's how they left us, y'all. That's how they left us on this cliffhanger. But we will be back next week. Oh, I'll be back next week with episode 11 and 12. And I'll be back caught up again. Yay. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here on this journey with me. Please subscribe to this channel if you like what we do. Just know I will continue to give you all the content that I can for all of the shows that we all love. And follow this channel, follow all of our other channels on all those links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our our um our Patreon link. I had a brain fart right there. Our Patreon link where you can get early access and exclusive content across all 4 channels, and get follow our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, all the places, and get your merch at lanajcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff too. That down there scrolling. That's everything. Twitter, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Blue Sky, and that is Instagram right there. So do all the things. Check us out. We appreciate you. Get your merch. And cheers, y'all. Cheers.